Welcome back to the 801 Diaries podcast. I'm Emily.
And I'm Abby.
Abby, how was your week?
Oh, it was so good, I think. Again, I can't remember at all what happened. Oh,
we had a great week. It was actually the best week ever.
We're aunties now.
Yes. We're so excited. Our brother and sister-in-law had their baby.
It's the cutest baby on freaking earth. Like, I'm not even joking. Straight out the womb, babies are so ugly.
They really are.
Like, that first month before they get the real chunk on them, they're so ugly.
Not cute.
This is the cutest baby that's ever lived.
This is the cutest baby, and I'm obsessed with him, and I can't get enough.
And we're not even just saying that because we're related to him, but he's genuinely the cutest thing in the whole entire world.
No, because he really is. Like,
so
we're obsessed with him. So that's been our entire week, I feel like. Just
loving up this
just
baby.
Loving the baby, going up there, just waiting for pictures of the baby. Like, everything about our lives this week
revolves around
the baby, which I mean is great. Like, I'm not mad about it.
He's just so perfect. Like, I just love him so much.
Yeah, I'm obsessed. So we love the little babe. Yes. What else went on this week?
I'm trying to even think.
It was Maddie's birthday.
It was Maddie's birthday.
So happy birthday,
fun.
Maddie.
Happy birthday to Madison.
Yeah.
Big shout out. She's now legal.
What? I was like,
she's legal.
It's like she was already legal for everything.
We're coming close.
What are you saying?
I don't know. I don't even know.
It's okay.
But we went and got Slurpees. So much fun.
Yes.
So fun.
Yes. Okay, do you want to know something so, like, sweet? So, our brother wanted his baby to be born on Slurpee Day, September 7/11. I'm so tired. So, he wanted him to be born on Slurpee Day. And our dad thought you only got free Slurpees if it was your birthday on 7/11. Not that everybody got free Slurpees. Yeah. So when we went and got Slurpees, and I told him the next day that we got them, he goes, "Did you get them for free because you were with Maddie on her birthday?" And I was like,
anyone gets them free.
Right? And so, what a revelation. And then our dad goes, "Why have we not been going to 7-Eleven on 7-Eleven our entire lives?"
We were talking about how this was the first time me and Emily had gone, and Maddie always goes because it's her birthday.
It's her birthday.
And we'd never been.
And it
was such a good time.
It was.
But the first 7-Eleven we went to was out of cups.
Yeah.
How do you run out of cups?
How do you run out of cups at 5 p.m.?
You know what's going to be going on Slurpee Day. How do you run out of cups?
How is that possible? It's obviously possible. So then we had to drive 20 minutes in the other direction and get Slurpees that way, which, it's fine. We didn't pay for them. So
we love a Slurpee, and it was delicious.
I haven't had, like, a true branded Slurpee in so long, and it was so good.
It was so good.
So yummy. So I'm a big fan.
Yeah, such a good time.
Yeah. Anything else happened this week?
I don't think so.
I think that's about it. It was just a good week.
Yeah.
Really, everything in our life has revolved around the baby. So
he's just so perfect.
We're obsessed.
We love him so much.
Yeah. So that's kind of that. So we'll just get into this week. So for this week, we posted on our Instagram that we are going to be giving unsolicited life advice, which is, it's not totally unsolicited because you guys did reach out to us with these questions.
But we did beg for them.
We did beg for them, and we are very appreciative to everybody who sent in questions.
Yes.
Because there's a variety of questions.
There is a variety of questions, and I live to give unsolicited advice. Yeah. So this is really me in my element.
Yeah. This is Abby's gonna thrive. Yeah. Kind of day. So we're very excited. So should we jump into it?
Sure.
Okay. Do you want to?
Where should we start?
I don't know.
We'll see. We'll start with this one. Have you ever seen a ghost?
Yes, I have.
We have. So, well, there's one experience we're not going to talk about. There's another one where our parents actually got a picture of this ghost.
Yes.
So in Utah, there is the legend of St. Anne's Retreat. It's a nunnery up Logan Canyon.
Yep. If you're from Utah,
you know. I'm sure you know about it.
Yeah.
But it's this nunnery that's haunted. Supposedly, it's supposedly where the nuns would be sent if they were pregnant, and then they would kill the babies. The whole thing.
Here's the thing: not supposedly haunted. It's haunted.
It's very haunted.
It's very haunted. Zach Bagans did a Ghost Adventures there,
which we know he is unreliable in how actual it is, but he's hilarious. And Ghost Adventures is a great show.
And we've experienced it.
Yeah.
So,
but there's a story about, I think it was in the 90s or something, these like college kids went there on Halloween, and there were like these guards there and like hog-tied them. It was like this whole thing, and then like they couldn't, it was just, it's an interesting story. Go look it up. But anyways, so our parents like stumbled across it.
So this is what happened is our parents were just, I don't know about you guys, but we're casual Zillow lookers.
Yes.
And this happened, this nunnery, this compound of like 7 or 8 buildings happened to be for sale.
Yes.
And so our dad stumbled upon it and found out about just all the lore that went with it. And he said to our mom, let's go check it out.
Because Logan Canyon's beautiful. So they're like, we'll go for a drive, we'll go check it out, you know, whatever.
You know.
So they went up for a drive, they got there, and like we're walking around and like just looking at different things. Most of it's like boarded up and locked, so you can't really look at it.
You can get into a lot of it. Let's be completely honest.
So my mom like starts taking pictures and videos and stuff, just kind of be like, haha, could we catch a ghost? Like,
we'll look later.
We'll look later. And so we look later, and we have a legit picture of a ghost. It is so spooky.
Let's also preface too. So our mom was like taking pictures, whatever, and she's like this would be crazy. Like these shutters are open.
So they have these big wooden shutters on all the windows, like heavy
like old
wood
heavy shutters that are just decorative because there's glass behind it, whatever. And so she takes a picture of it, and they go about their walk, and they come back, and they're closed. Mm-hmm. And let's keep in mind, it is a beautiful summer day. It is
not an inch of wind in sight.
There's nothing. It is so still. It is beautiful. It's perfect. Mm-hmm. And our mom's like, kind of freaking out a little bit. She's like, those were definitely open. And her dad's like, I don't know, like whatever. And so she's like, okay, I'm gonna take a video, take a picture, and we're gonna walk around the building and come back. They walk around the building. So she takes a picture, the shutters are closed, walks around the building, comes back, wide open. And they're on like a second story. There's no like ladder.
There's no way someone could
get up there,
doing that.
Especially because they were there. Like our parents were there.
And they didn't like hear anything. And like they just went around the house. It's not like they went super
They were gone
far.
for a long time. Like if something was going on, they would have heard it.
Yes.
And
so then the shutters were open. She took a picture, and we have this really cool picture of this ghost.
Yeah.
But so like our parents come home, they tell us about this experience, and like we see the pictures, we're like, oh, that's so creepy, that's so crazy, whatever.
Yeah.
And so then like it might have been a year or so later.
It was
years later.
No, I think it was like a couple months later.
Okay,
like,
a couple months
that
later.
was more like spring, and then this was like right before I left to college. Yeah. So like middle August.
Yeah. So they're like, our parents are like, okay, we're going to take you kids up there now. Like, you guys need to come see this place. This place is so crazy. So we all go up, and we're just, walking around. It's sunny outside, like still a nice part of the day. And like, I'm not even joking. This man appeared behind us.
Just
like,
was there.
Appeared. We have no clue where he came from. Like, we would have noticed if he was walking up by us.
Yeah.
He just appeared out of nowhere and was kind of like, what are you guys doing? And we're like, oh, like, it's for sale. We're just looking around,
Which, like, to be fair, our dad thought ahead.
It's legit.
It's legit. It's for sale. So he printed out the flyer so he could be like, look, we're just here looking at property.
And so this guy is kind of like, berating us a little bit, giving us a hard time. And we're like, dude, we're just looking. Like,
we're just looking.
We're not messing up anything or anything.
Yeah.
So he kind of starts following us around.
Yeah,
and
really weird.
Like, super weird vibes from this guy. Like, super, super spooky vibes from this person. And then all of a sudden he disappeared. We like turned around and he was
gone. And
it was so crazy.
It was so weird. And like the way that this like compound was set up is like you would hear people come and go. Like he just appeared, he apparated and like
then disappeared.
Like it was the weirdest thing ever. So that's one of our ghost stories. I was thinking while we were doing this, for Halloween, we should do a ghost story episode.
Oh, we should. I love ghost stories. I love scary stories. Like I'm a scary girl queen.
Okay, this is real time. Put that in our list.
We'll
do some spooky themed Halloween episodes. Yes. I think that'd be fun.
Yes.
Okay. Let's get to an act.
Yes. So we have seen a ghost.
We have seen a ghost.
He freaked us out up at the nunnery.
Yep. Okay, let's get to a real advice question because
okay, that was a story time.
That was story time with Emily and Abby, which is great. And we appreciate it. We also love ghost stories, so.
Okay, next one. Are there any strange habits I can adopt? I have one.
Okay.
Make everything an acronym. I live to make an acronym.
You do that all the time.
Because it's hilarious. Me and Maddie, quite famously, love to go to Pilates.
Yes.
Saturday mornings, we go to the 8 a.m. Pilates class.
Yep.
Then we come home and do what we call as PPR, which is post-Pilates rot, where we sit in bed till noon, 1 p.m. I don't know. She usually gets up before me. I live to stay in bed.
There
and
you go.
we PPR. We post-Pilates rot.
There you go.
And then before Pilates on the weekday, we PPN. Pre-Pilates nap. It's great. You should acronym everything.
You really do acronym everything.
I live for a good acronym.
I'm continually impressed.
It makes things go quicker.
Yeah.
Brain's firing on all cylinders.
Yeah.
Great.
I think that's a great idea. I think that's a good advice. Adapt acronyms.
Acronyms. Start acronyming your life.
I think that's great. I'm trying to think if I have anything. I just can't get over the acronyms. That's just a really good one.
I know.
I
know.
Yeah. I think I'm going to take
your lead on this. I also have the need to crunch.
Oh, she does.
Adapt the need to crunch. If you're lying down, you're crunching.
You crunch, and you just, at the most random times, you just sit there, crunch.
1, 2.
And then
the need to crunch.
The need to crunch. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Start crunching more.
Yeah. Adapt the need to crunch into your life.
We like that.
You don't do enough crunches for it to make any kind of a difference, but.
And are you really crunching, or are you just?
It depends.
Mostly.
Sometimes I'm just moving my neck. I don't know.
It's a good one, though. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on to the next one.
Alrighty. What are some unconventional modes of transportation I could try? Big fan of the rollerblades.
Rollerblades. I love a Razor scooter.
A Razor scooter is such a good time.
Like, I love a Razor scooter so much that when I was on my mission living in Finland, my knees were starting to hurt. I've had knee problems forever. It's whatever. My knees were starting to hurt. And I looked at my companion and I said, do you think I could ask President to get a Razor scooter and become a scooter missionary? She goes, I don't think that would work out, but I think that's a good idea.
Yep, absolutely.
Razor scooters. Just start Razor scootering everywhere. Another good mode of transportation. When I was little, I only cartwheeled. I didn't walk. I just cartwheeled.
Cartwheels and somersaults down a hill. You can't beat them.
I think that, you don't go down a hill unless you're somersaulting down the hill. Like, there's no reason to go down a hill.
Absolutely. At Thanksgiving Point here in Utah, they have this huge, long hill. And I swear, we would somersault down it till the point where there was no contact with the ground.
Oh, we were just rolling in the air, like just flipping.
Flying. It's such a good time.
I'm 28 at this point. I will do that in a heartbeat. Absolutely. So,
back to the rollerblades, however. I believe in rollerblading. I think it's good for you. I think it's good for the environment. But one time, and I think I was in junior high. It was junior high. Our little brother was in his rollerblade phase, and he said, "I'm rollerblading to school." Because we weren't bused to junior high. We had to either walk or find our own means of transportation.
I was definitely on my mission during this because I don't remember this at all.
So my dad, I was like, I'm not walking. Like, I don't have rollerblades. I'm not walking. If you want to rollerblade, great, whatever. So my dad was driving me to school, and Adam was rollerblading.
Oh no.
So Adam got like a 10-minute head start on us or whatever. We get in the car, we're driving, and we just see this poor kid rollerblading.
It's not like we lived that close to the school.
No, it was about like 0.9 miles because it had to be under 1 mile you weren't bused.
Oh my gosh.
And like he's got his backpack on, like just fighting for his life, rollerblading to school. We just drive past him, just laughing at him because we told him this was going to happen. Like, that's a great idea in theory. You get out there on your rollerblades, you're going to be worn out. It was so funny. I can't remember if we pulled over and picked him up, but I think we made him rollerblade all the way there.
He deserved to rollerblade all the way to school.
It was so funny. And that was the only time he ever rollerbladed to school.
That is so funny. I didn't know about that. That is so good.
Yeah,
I love that.
Time. Yeah.
Love that. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Next one.
What are some unique ways... Never mind. Oh, wait. I can't read.
Okay.
What are some unique ways to practice kindness? That's so cute. That's such a cute question.
That's a cute question.
I think when you are sitting there thinking, man, this person's annoying, and man, I don't want to be around this person. Just be like, I actually love this person, and I'm going to treat them like I love this person.
That's cute.
Even though I don't. But if I think it enough, I might.
You might. I like that. I always subscribe to the idea that if you have like a compliment or a like nice thought about somebody, you tell them. Like it might be awkward to go up to somebody you don't know and be like, I love your shirt. That is so cute on you, because it's a stranger. But you just go do it. You just, if you have a nice thought about something and like it's a compliment to somebody, just tell them.
Yeah.
Because like, why not?
Because it'll make their day.
I think that's my advice.
That's a great idea.
Okay.
It's a great idea.
Cool. What's the next one?
All right. What historical figures should I ask for advice?
Oh man.
I mean, Abe Lincoln, Honest Abe.
Honest
You
Abe.
can't be Honest Abe. He was honest.
He's a good one.
So he would give you good advice.
I'm trying to think.
I mean, Einstein was like a genius.
He was so if you want something
needed, like science
stuff, that would be good.
He would be good.
I mean, if you wanted to learn how to like write music, go talk to Beethoven or Mozart.
I'm a bigger Mozart fan than I am Beethoven.
Okay, I get that. That's fine. I mean, I wouldn't talk to Napoleon.
You know, he made a few mistakes.
So
let's be real.
Maybe not him. Cleopatra could be fun.
Yeah,
I don't know if she'd have any advice, but she could be fun to talk to.
Well, she probably has a lot of advice. She had a really cool life.
That's
really, so I really like rocks. You know,
she
big
does.
into geology. I'm also big into archaeology, and therefore, like ancient civilizations are super
fun.
interesting to me.
So cool.
So I spend so much time researching like ancient Egypt, and ancient Greece, and ancient Rome. And Cleopatra was super interesting.
She's cool. Do you think Brutus would have any good advice?
A2 Brute? I don't know. He is kind of a little scrud.
I mean,
and that's all I have to say.
There you go. So, I don't know. Those are some people.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let me pull this up. How do I calculate my own taxes, and why has no one taught me this yet? I'm an adult. This is the greatest question ever.
Yes, this
because
really
who
is.
knows? Who really knows?
Why are we not taught that in school?
Okay, well, so here's the thing. I get that argument. At the same time, would I have paid attention in high school to how to pay taxes? No.
Well, I think one of my most useful classes in high school was I think it was called FACS or something, where you learned how to do all that we learned, like, I went to high school forever ago, so we learned how to write checks. So, like,
I think I might have learned how to write one check.
But, like, so that was helpful. Like, it was like a class where you it was a life skills. And, like, that was, I think, the most helpful class in my entire, like, of high school. So, like,
there you go.
I would have loved a class of, like, practical, like, learn how to do your taxes, you know?
Yeah. My advice would be to pay someone to do it.
Yep.
Because, or if your taxes are complicated, if it's really simple, you might be able to figure it out yourself.
You might be able to use TurboTax.
H&R Block.
H&R Block. Tax Act. Oh my gosh, there's a cat. Oh, it's that old man. He's back just sitting he sits on the slide with his cat.
We have the sweetest neighbor.
So, sorry. I got distracted.
Our window's open. But yeah, I don't know if I'm the right person to ask about taxes. Yeah. But maybe you could figure it out. That's my advice. Maybe you could figure it out.
An accountant.
Yeah.
A tax accountant.
And be like,
bro,
what do I do?
What do I do?
Taxes are tricky.
There you go. There you go.
That's it.
Okay.
Alrighty. How do I become a better man?
I don't know.
That's a very deep question.
This is a very deep question.
I would say, okay, this is actually a legit answer.
Okay.
I think the biggest problem with men nowadays is that we have removed purpose from their lives. Men don't have purpose anymore because of a bunch of things that I won't get into.
Yes.
But I think if a man can find a purpose, whether that's family or a job or some like humanitarian efforts, something like that, they need to have a purpose.
Yes. I think that's a good idea. I think that's great because I think that the purpose just gives them something to drive for.
Because if they don't have a purpose, I feel like that's when they get into these weird ideologies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I think that also can go for anybody. Like, not just...
for sure.
Not just men. Like, I think that, you know, finding a purpose, you know, like you said, so many different options, but really finding that and sticking to it is so important. Because you can
But I feel like for men, they had that.
Yeah.
And it was... Back in the day, they were the
provider.
They had their provider. They worked. They would come home to their family. And as, you know, society has changed,
that's gotten lost.
And it's gotten much better for women. Women have much more opportunities, but I feel like it kind of left men unsure of their place.
Yeah.
So they need to refine that purpose.
So get a purpose. We love it.
That's my advice.
I think that's really good.
Thank you.
Abby, you are so freaking talented.
So
oh my heck. I can't. She's too cool, guys. She is too freaking cool.
Along those same lines, how to talk to girls.
Say hi.
This is the thing. It's not that difficult. Just be interested in their lives and
ask
be consistent.
Questions. That's a great thing. Yeah. Just ask about them, because I think at least, like, from my perspective as a girl, like, girls are really big thinkers, and so they, like, remember things and, like, ask a lot of questions and stuff. So, you know, do that.
Well, there's the big epidemic going around right now where women will go on a date and not be asked a single question. They are the only ones asking questions. So if they were to stop talking,
there would be no
communication happening on that date. So ask questions.
Ask questions.
Get to know them and be consistent.
I love that. That's how you talk to girls. Say hi.
Yeah.
Start it out. Say hi.
It's not that hard.
Just start talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. How to cook the perfect spaghetti. Now this is probably the most important question we will answer tonight. The trick is you have to cook the noodles perfect.
Yeah.
Al dente, the Italians say, to the tooth.
To the tooth. Do you remember when Dad taught us about that?
Yes, of course.
It was so, like, of course, it's to the tooth.
To the tooth.
To the tooth.
To the tooth. So you have to learn how to cook. You have to, you know, really know your pasta.
Yes.
And cook it perfect. Because if your pasta's good, you can make up for lacking in the sauce.
Yes.
But even if your sauce is great, if your pasta's mushy,
it's
gross.
No bueno. Not a good thing. Also, put some butter in your pasta sauce. That is
so good.
That's a hack not many people know. Because if you even have just, like, some of those, like, jarred pasta sauces, which are not great, but they're fine.
Yeah.
Put some butter in it. That's going to change the whole sauce. So
also, homemade marinara is not that hard.
It's not that hard.
It's not as hard as you think it is.
You can just go to the store, get some ingredients.
Get some tomatoes, peppers, basil. That's basically all it is.
It's all. You really don't even need peppers.
Yeah.
Tomatoes and basil.
And basil. That's really all you need. So make your pasta perfect to the tooth and home make your marinara.
I think that's great. And then put some butter in it.
Put some butter in it.
Put some butter in the sauce.
Also, straight up butter noodles are delicious. I've eaten that for dinner many a time.
There you go.
We love it. We love it. Love it.
We love to hear it.
All right. How to be happy.
I think a lot of it is choosing to be happy.
Yes.
I think you know, there's a lot of stuff in the world going on, you know, and I think that a lot of it comes down to just choosing to be happy, because it's up to you.
There's always going to be something.
Yeah.
You know, well, there's that saying that life is 10% skill and 90% attitude.
Yeah.
So, you know, like we talk about this at work all the time. You can teach someone how to do something. Most people, you can teach them anything, but you can't teach an attitude.
You can't teach an attitude.
So you have to choose a good attitude, and you have to choose to be happy. Mm-hmm. And
I think
just don't let things weigh you down, which I know is easier said than done.
Yeah.
But in the grand scheme of things, most things just don't matter.
Yeah.
Like, they just really don't matter.
No, I agree. I think also just finding the things to be, like, grateful for. Mm-hmm. Like, I know, like, when I get in a funk of being a tard, you know, like, trying to find things to be grateful for really kind of pulls you out of it, makes you happy. Mm-hmm. I think that's super important, you know. I think also, like, kind of what we said earlier, finding a purpose.
Yeah.
Because if you have a purpose and you have a goal, like, you're working towards something, like, there's a lot of that, and finding just the joy in the little things. Like, I I'm moving to Finland, like, very soon. And so...
You haven't announced that yet.
I haven't announced it yet. I'm moving to Finland...
In about a week and a half.
Like, very, very soon. Yeah. It's kind of crazy. But I remember when I was living there on my mission, I had always wanted to live there. Like, that was... just, I mean, it's like an ancestral place, and I just loved it so much. And I remember so many times, like, at least every week or so, I would just be walking around, and I would just look at my companion, and I would just, like, be like, oh my heck, we're in Finland right now. We are just, like, we're just walking around. Like, this is everything. And it was just so exciting, and just, like, I was so happy to just, like, even though it was, like, cold and dark and whatever, I was just so excited. And so, like, look, like, now, like, going back and moving there now, like, I feel like I tell you all the time, like, the little things I'm excited about.
Yeah.
Like, I'm excited to walk in the forest behind my apartment and just go for a little walk. Or, like, just sit and smell the forest. Like, do you know, like, just, like, little things. Like, I'm just so excited for the little things. So I think finding those little things are just so important to, like, being happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also think that's great. I think that is great. I think, like, kind of just forgetting about yourself and serving others is also a big deal, because I know, like, for me, like, when I'm really mulling over things that are bothering me, or, like, just things that, you know, I wish I could change, or things I wish that were different, or things that have happened to me, like, if I just am like, you know what, I'm going to go make sure this person's okay. Go hang out with this person, you know, see what they need.
Yeah.
And I can forget about my problems, because obviously there are big problems that you have in your life, and there are big things, and I don't want to discredit anything anyone's going through. But most of the things you go through, at least in our situation, are not that big of a deal.
Yeah. Well, no, I was talking to a friend about this kind of recently. Like, he was going on a humanitarian trip, so we were kind of talking about, like, serving others, especially those that are in a less fortunate position than we are, and it was just, like, really, like, it was just nice to, like, talk about how, like, just how you gain such an appreciation for your life, and you, like, serving people and, like, helping people is just such an important thing. So I think that's a great one as well.
Yeah, no, like, once a year I volunteer at the women's shelter, and we serve lunch. And it is crazy to see these people who have terrible life circumstances at this point in time, you know, like, they're just really down on their luck.
Yeah.
See how happy they are, and how, you know, excited they are, and how much hope they have, and everything. And I'm like, how can I complain when seeing something like that? How I have no reason not to be happy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think of one of the happiest people we know, and, like, his name is Ian. He works for this. He runs this foundation called Building Youth Around the World.
Absolutely
incredible. What an amazing organization. They do so many wonderful things for people, as it says, around the world. And I swear that is the happiest man I have ever met in my entire life. Like, he is constantly just beaming from ear to ear. You ask him about anything. Like, we're currently working with him they're building, is it a hospital?
A hospital
in Liberia. And so we've been working with him, and he sends us, like, weekly updates about it. And he's just so happy all the time. And it's just so cool, like, how it's so cool, because he gets so excited about the people's accomplishments. So a lot of the program that they do, they send a lot of people through college and different schooling and stuff like that. And he is just so excited when somebody graduates high school, and like, he's just so proud of them, and just, like, has such, like, a pure love, and is so just happy that I just, like, he's just one of the coolest, happiest people.
It's really, really quite incredible.
Yeah. I don't know. He's figured it out. That's for sure.
Figured it out. That is for sure.
That's for sure. So, what's the next one?
That might be it.
Oh, I think there's one more. It has an abbreviation in it.
That is true. Well, actually, no, there are a couple more.
Okay.
We'll go to the abbreviation, which we kind of touched on.
But
where can I find it? Tips for a better PPR. So, as we mentioned before, post Pilates ROT PPR. My tip, this is what you do. So you go to 8 a.m. Pilates. Exactly afterwards, because it's right next door, you go get a Starbucks. A venti strawberry acai lemonade. Maybe a croissant if you're feeling frisky.
Ooh.
You come home, you sit in your bed, and people who don't eat in their bed need to chill. Chill. Okay?
Eat in your bed.
Eat in your bed.
It's
the world
cozy.
will keep spinning, I
Yep.
promise. You eat your croissant in your bed. Sometimes, maybe it's a sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich.
Wow.
You know?
Options. She's not limiting
So many
you.
things.
There's
There also maybe a sausage, egg, and cheese breakfast burrito. I don't know. There's so many things.
So many
Anyways,
options.
You sit in your bed. You eat it. You then get under your covers. You take your drink. You take a sip. And then you get on your phone. And you stay there as long as you can. Do not move for any reason except the absolute necessities. And that is how you PPR.
That's a great one. Do you have any PPNs ideas?
Yes. Okay. You get home from work. Eat some dinner. Quick dinner.
Quick dinner.
Because the longer you take on dinner, the less time you're going to have for your PPN. Quick dinner. You go upstairs. If your bedroom's upstairs, mine is. Go upstairs. Change into sweatpants, because who wants to be in regular pants?
Always sweatpants.
Change into sweatpants. Get under your covers. Pull out TikTok. Start scrolling until you fall asleep. If you're like me, it takes about 3 minutes.
I also love the idea of coming up with a thing that puts you to sleep. You know, so like you scroll for a little bit and you're like, okay, I need to take a nap now. Like we're hitting nap city. So you have like your little like brown noise, or in my case, Pawn Stars.
I watch archaeology videos.
You know, you have that little thing that like you turn on and you know you're just going to fall asleep.
No, so there's this girl on TikTok, and she's from Italy, and she does like information on like ancient Rome and
She's
ancient
so
Greece
cool.
and like ancient Egypt and stuff. She has the most soothing voice in the whole entire world. Her Italian accent, she's so good, and she's like so knowledgeable, like just the way she talks. However, she puts me to sleep instantly. If I'm tired. So sometimes also there's this other girl on TikTok who talks about Harry Potter. She also puts me to sleep. She does like 10-minute long videos. You turn on one video, you're out.
You're out.
It's incredible.
There you go.
It is incredible.
So there you go. I think those are some good
PPRs.
PPNs.
But make sure you set a timer for your PPN, because otherwise you will miss Pilates, and that defeats the purpose.
That defeats the purpose. You didn't get to go to Pilates.
I will
you
say,
paid the fee of no-show.
The no-call, no-show.
Yep.
I will say the hardest part about the PPN is that waking up to go to Pilates, I've never wanted to go to Pilates less than in those first 5 minutes after waking up and getting in the car.
There you go.
But you never regret a workout.
You
Even though
say
today,
that like you regret it.
Oh my gosh, today I could feel, we were doing like standing outer thighs or whatever. My like outer glute muscle, I could feel the whole muscle.
Really?
It hurt so bad, I could just feel the whole muscle.
Oh, that's
It was
fun.
wild.
See, I'm excited to get in, because since I've been moving, I haven't been going to this Pilates studio. So I'm excited to get a Pilates studio like down in Finland.
Pilates.
So
I love it so much. It's such a good workout.
it's so fun. I've loved it. It's
like the best workout, because it's a low impact workout, so you're not like dying after, but you
like work out really
you're
hard.
shaken after.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, you're shaken.
Even, I mean, during. I mean, I love the
Oh my
videos.
gosh,
I love the videos of Jake Shane doing.
There's no one I love more on this earth than Jake Shane. He's hilarious.
He's so funny, and I love watching him.
Glenn Powell, and
Glenn
Kate
Powell.
McRae at Aloe.
Like, it's so funny. Just watching Jake Shane shake so bad.
So funny.
So funny. I love
So
it. So,
funny.
yeah.
Alrighty.
Have some
This
more?
actually may be the most important question.
Okay.
What is it like to have a perfect mother? Let me tell you.
Let's talk about it.
Genuinely, we do have the most perfect mother of all time.
Like, I'm
She
sorry,
is-
everybody. Ours is better.
She's the best. Like,
Yeah.
there's just, you can't say anything else. She's the best.
Same with our dad.
We have the best parents in the whole entire world.
like-
We really, really do.
You don't
can't complain.
Sorry, guys. Yours don't compare.
No.
Like, our parents are really that cool. So, what is it like to have the most perfect mother?
It's great.
It's amazing.
I love it.
I love it so much. I just love her, and I love I don't know. I could talk about Judy for so long.
We party, and we party hard, and it's great, great time.
And she's just
she's just the best.
She's the best. She's the funnest person to be around.
She's a Mona Lisa.
She sings.
She does. Me and her, we sing together. It's a
Amazing.
spiritual experience.
Let's also include Dad, because
Yes, of course.
Together they are better.
They are.
We love them.
They are.
He's
the
amazing.
dynamic duo.
I
they
mean,
really are.
we could talk about them forever.
They are the best.
My dad's my boss right now, and he has
Such
been
a slay.
forever. And let me tell you,
Such a slay.
the best thing in my life.
Such
It's
a
been
slay.
so good.
Yes.
I love him. Love Timo. Love Judy. They're the
So
best.
it's really great having perfect parents. What can I say? We
It's-
love it.
It makes our life great.
Yes.
So there we go.
Okay. What is your very favorite movie of all time and why?
Okay, so this, I feel like I have two kind of answers for this. I have the movie that I will never tire of. I could watch it every
Rewatch.
day for the rest of my life. Like, love it.
Can I guess what it is?
Yes, you can.
Austin Land.
It is Austin Land.
There you go.
I don't know what it is about that movie, but for some reason that movie is my, like, forever repeat.
It's so good. If you've never seen it, it's like a parody of a Jane Austen.
It's so good.
It's so funny.
I highly recommend it. Like, I just love it.
So funny.
Jennifer Coolidge is in it, so
We
you
love
know
her.
it's good.
We love her.
But yeah, so that's like my go-to, like, forever rewatch
Yeah.
movie. Like, I'll never tire of it. Desert Island movie for
Yes.
sure. Now, like, outside, like, I feel like there's like different, like a movie you just like love. You know what I mean? Star Wars Episode 5.
The best Star Wars.
The best Star Wars.
The best Star Wars.
Empire Strikes Back. I mean, quite literally 1 through 6 Star Wars, more like 2 through 6. I'm softening to 1, but
Great movies.
the first and second trilogy of Star Wars, so
we don't think about
good.
that third one.
It's
That
not
one
real.
doesn't exist.
It's not real. Those are like my favorite movies, but like specifically Episode 5.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Episode 5 is the best. Star Wars are great. Episode 5 is
It's
the
the
greatest.
best. So that's like, but they're not movies I can watch every single day like I could Austin Land. So
I get that.
they're different,
I get
but
that.
they're my favorite movies.
I get that.
Abby, what about you?
Well, so I very famously have a favorite movie, and this movie is more of my, like, I could rewatch at any time. I never get tired of it. I love this movie. It is Hercules, the Disney cartoon Hercules.
Let's talk about this for a second. It's not that she could just watch it at any time. She could quote it from
I could
beginning to
perform
end.
it.
She can perform it beginning to end. No cap. Like, she's so good at it.
I love this movie on a spiritual level.
Yes.
It is so good. I haven't watched it in like 6 months or something, which is insane.
Watch
I need to
Hercules,
watch
Abby.
it. I know I need to watch it. This movie is so good.
Yeah.
It is so good. It's the best Disney cartoon from that time. So good. It's so good. I love it.
Alan Menken?
Love it. Love it.
Genius. Love it. So
Yeah, the music's incredible. Story's incredible. I love it. Hercules is my favorite movie of all time.
Can you give us a 20-second introduction to the movie based on how it starts?
I think I should save that. I'm embarrassed.
Just a 20-second, please. Just real quick.
Long ago, in the faraway lands of ancient Greece, there was a golden age of powerful gods and extraordinary heroes. But the greatest and strongest of all of these heroes was the mighty Hercules. Now, what is the measure of a true hero? That is what Would you listen to him? He's making the story sound like a Greek tragedy. All right, that's all I'm going to do.
She's amazing.
Why not, dude? We'll take it from here, darling. You go, girls. Dun, 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 dun. I love this movie so much.
Here's the thing. We've never been able to get her to go all the way through because people make her stop. I want her to go all the way through.
I got about halfway through once. We were driving around Finland, actually. And then
everything leads back to Finland.
My dad was going to rip my head off for good reason. I mean, I don't know if I could have kept going on much longer because I was pretty...
Her brain was getting a little fried. But she was doing it word for word. Like, she was...
I know this movie.
So good. And it's not even just that she knows, like, the words. She gets the timing right. Like, everything about the way that she performs this is like you're watching Hercules, the movie. So, yeah. Amazing.
One of these days, I will record a one-man show of Hercules because I think I would do really good at that.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I just got to find the time.
You got to commit an hour and 20 minutes or something?
No, because you have to do every part. So you have to do the whole movie like 6, 7, 8 times.
Oh, you're recording a movie.
One-man show.
I thought you were just going to sit in front of a microphone and be like, long
Nope.
ago.
A movie.
Okay.
So it's kind of my dream. I just need to allot the time to actually do it.
That's amazing. Big fan.
But yeah, I love Hercules so much. But I would say my favorite series is Harry Potter, hands down.
Yeah, I mean,
big Harry Potter fan. Those I can rewatch also all the time, and I do frequently.
There was a solid year.
Yeah.
Where she
last year it was the year of Harry Potter.
She truly didn't watch anything else. She just was like Harry Potter was constantly playing. Like on a loop.
Running through.
1 through 8 starts over. 1 through nonstop. Mm-hmm. Love it. So happy for her, but it was nonstop Harry Potter last year. Harry Potter, I feel like you've been in a little Harry Potter kick lately.
Yes, I was watching other things, and so I would pop in and out of Harry Potter, but now I'm done watching those other things.
So you're back to Harry Potter.
I'm back to Harry Potter. Yeah. We're back full force, and it's incredible. I love Harry Potter. I'll say probably 3 is my favorite. I love 3.
That is a good one.
So much. I am going to read the books. I've never read the books before, and for someone who loves Harry Potter as much as me, that's so embarrassing.
That is embarrassing.
So I need to read the books. But
Become a reader.
I need to finish that book I started around Thanksgiving.
Again,
I'm only about 100 pages
not
in.
readers. We want to be. We're not.
My gosh, when you talk about this, they're coming out with Uglies.
Oh yeah, we haven't
movie.
Talked about this.
So back when the dystopians were big, like the books, so before the movies,
like 2010,
something like that.
Yeah,
there was a series called The Uglies, which is incredible. There were 4 books, 4 books. Incredible.
They were so good.
So good. And I would always say back then, why haven't they made a movie out of this?
Yeah.
Like, this would be perfect. It would fit in right with Hunger Games, Divergent,
because it was during all of that.
Yeah. And they never did it.
And now they're releasing one.
Yeah.
In September. In 2 months. I didn't know they were filming one. I didn't know they had casted anything. All of a sudden find out Joey King starring in The Uglies. What
Which
is going on?
I think she's gonna kind of slay at that. Because I'm coming around to Joey King. I used to be the biggest hater.
Yeah.
But I feel like after she got married,
she's really
she's super cool.
She's cool. I'm getting more on board.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
I'm very excited.
That's amazing.
But yeah, so I think dystopians are coming back in a real way, and I'm so excited.
I just need to get into reading again.
So excited.
Because I don't like to read
I know, because
I
want to reread those books.
I know.
Because I haven't read them since
I've read
probably
them
2010, 2008.
since they came out. What was it? The Uglies, Pretties, Specials. There was one more.
Extras, maybe?
Yeah, I think it was Extras.
But I think that one was a different...
It was a different, it was
it was the same thing, but...
universe, same world, but different characters. But yeah, it was... I remember just loving that.
They were such good books.
Yeah, I agree.
Let me see if I can... This isn't important.
Okay. What are we doing?
It came out in 2005.
What? I didn't read them till 2010 though.
Was it around then?
It was around. It was in that same dystopian era during Mortal Instruments, Divergent, Hunger Games, all that kind of stuff.
See, I never read the I read the first Mortal Instruments and I just didn't really care for it.
I loved
them. I was kind of out of my dystopian phase by the time I got around to those.
See, that's what got me to my dystopian phase.
Gotcha.
There you go.
But we were right about the names.
Nice. Is there any more questions? Was that the last one?
That's it for the questions.
Amazing.
I think. Let me just double check.
See what the dealio is.
Yeah, that's it for the questions.
Okay. Cool.
Well, thank you guys so much for submitting questions. This was so much fun. I again love giving advice, and I'm more than happy to give it at a moment's notice.
Yep.
So if you ever have more questions, we can do this again. Part 2.
We can do this all the time.
Absolutely.
Make sure to get a scooter and rollerblades. Mm-hmm. And put some butter in your spaghetti sauce. Yeah. I think that's the moral of the story.
And crack al dente.
Yep.
To the tooth.
To the tooth. So I think that's the moral of this episode. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where we're going to leave you guys because, quite honestly, there's nothing more to say other than that.
I think we said all that needs to be said. We've said our piece.
We've said it. So, okay. So follow us on TikTok and Instagram.
801 Diaries Podcast.
Subscribe, rate, review. Again, don't forget to text us.
Yes.
Let's talk about this for a second.
We love to be texted.
Make sure to text us because it's so fun. It's just in the description of the episode. Each episode, it's there. Send us a text. We love it. It's so freaking fun.
So funny. We love it.
It's so fun. It's never going away. No. So please text us your thoughts about the episode. If you own a scooter or rollerblades, let us know.
Also, take them out for a spin. It's summer right now. Perfect time.
if
Send
you live
us
in
a video of you ripping some sick moves.
If you live in Utah, please don't go out in the heat wave, but good luck.
I love the heat wave.
It sucks.
I love the heat wave.
I'm getting out of here.
I love the heat
okay.
wave.
Well, we will see you guys next week. Bye, guys.